Yali ho, good evening to one and all on the other side of the screen. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. I am Vidita Yadav, the host and the moderator for next 25 minutes. I am educator at Narmada Calorix Public School, which is the #1 education institute in Bharuch. Happiness, happiness, happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Being happy never goes out of sight. The only things that make you happy is only you. We also look forward to our nearest and dearest ones to understand your mood and your feelings, and that is why we are talking today about empathy. Empathy is the action of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to, and experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experience of other or either the past or present without having the feelings, thoughts, and experience full of communicated in an objectively explicit manner, or in short, I can say, empathy entails putting yourself in another's shoes in order to try and understand and appreciate what he or she is experiencing. And that includes both positive and negative experiences. So let us understand it better from our honorable guest, who himself is a master of smile and gags. He thoroughly believes when we smile, our brain feels happier. So I welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Vaibhav Agrawal, on the behalf of Calorix family. Thank you, sir, for giving your valuable time.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much to give me an opportunity and to share this platform.
Mr. Agrawal is a postgraduate in physics. He has a vast experience of almost 30 years in teaching various subjects like science, mathematics, physics, just to name few. At present, he is serving in Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Surat as a principal. He is also a very good sports personality. He was been a part of various national and international training and workshop programs. He was one of the fortunate candidates selected from India to attend the international workshop on Spectrum of Education 3, which was held in Istanbul, Turkey. He is being appointed as a CBSE resource person for CCE, Center Superintendent, and as a CBSE observer by the Board for Verification of CCE evidence, as well as a member of Inspection Committee. He was also appointed as a Center Superintendent for JEEE, NEET, and AISSE. He has been facilitated many times by various institutions such as Rashtriya Vidya Gaurav Gold Medal Award, Mahatma Gandhi Adarsh Principal Award, and recently he was also allocated with 100 Effective Principals Award. Sir, when I look at your profile, there is so much to talk about you. How do you manage yourself and still you feel so light and happy?
Yes, ma'am. The secret behind it, I will share with an example.
Sure, sir.
So, first of all, I want to share a story with you which belongs to Ramakrishna Paramhansa. I want to share an incident in Ramakrishna's life. He was in a boat going to other shore of the Ganga near Calcutta. And just out of nowhere, he was surrounded by his followers. Suddenly, he started screaming, "Don't beat me, don't beat me." Tears started following from his eyes. And one could see that his body was getting distorted, as if somebody was beaten him badly. The followers could see nobody there, but he was an immense turtle. When they reached to other shore, they found a fisherman with a big crowd surrounding him. He had been beaten by a few people. And the strongest thing was that the same bruise and scratches that had come upon his back had come up on Ramakrishna back too, exactly the same. It was a very mysterious phenomenon. They asked Ramakrishna what it was. He said, "This is empathy." The secret, the answer of your question is empathy. We feel so one with others that our separate identities lose its boundaries. The other thirst becomes our thirst. The other hunger becomes our hunger. The other joy becomes our joy. So we can say this is empathy. I want to ask you a question. Why do? May I continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can.
Questions which can throw the light how it works, what it is exactly. Why do you think we help someone on the road who was in an accident? Why do we feel happy when our close friends gain success? Why does a mother stay up all night to care for her sick child? Why do people feed the poor? All these questions narrow down to one answer: empathy, empathy, and only empathy. So, empathy, what is it? How it looks? And how to manage it? I'm going to throw some light. We can say, yeah, we can depict empathy seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, and feeling with the heart of another is called empathy. We can say it is also a saying about empathy. Empathy is about finding echoes of another person in ourselves. We can also say empathy is a hand with his cares, offering us a bandage. That all are the, we can say, definitions and explanation of empathy. So, in other words, we can define empathy increases our feelings of connection with others as and when we share our emotion. When people around us have positive emotion, we get a boost of our own good feelings. When be happy practicing empathy and feeling others people's happiness. So we can share happiness is also generated by empathy. It also develops emotional awareness. It also develops a strong relationship, and of course it also reduces stress. We can also define one of the main cause to generate happiness, we can say, is empathy. As we all are human beings, understand each other's pain, suffering, hurt. We also able to share it with others. Then empathy play a crucial role. If we don't have empathy, imagine how many of us would be buried under the weight of our own thoughts with nobody to understand them. So, how empathy is important in our life? We can say empathy is one of the most important aspects of creating a strong relationship, reducing stress, and enhancing emotional awareness. Yes, as far as we all belongs to teaching fraternity, so I should also say empathy also strengthens skills of creativity, skills of collaboration, skill of negotiation, and very important, skill of how to connect emotionally with others so that we are able to identify their needs. So I request to all the teacher fraternity, empathy is not to teach the student as a lesson plan. We have to teach empathy as a life skill. It is a life skill, which is a need of our to teach, to develop, to practice, to exercise in our day-to-day routine life. I will give you few examples of my school only. 1.5 years back, when I have joined this school, a brief introduction of our school. Our school accommodates students from all backgrounds. There are students from highly educated parents, and at the same time, we are having students from the first learner group. So we can say there is a gap as far as our student is concerned. And that's why there is a fear among parents and students too, whether they will be able to cope up with each other, with other students and parents. So, looking at all these aspects and their impacts, especially I'm talking about on board appearing students, I observe, my team has observed, there is a fear, there is a anxiety, they are in the stress as far as the board results is concerned. So, when we have started to think about the solution for this particular problem, we have planned a program called Home Visiting Program for the board appearing student, in which principal and all the teachers who are taking their classes visited their house. This home visit program was designed and implemented to all the students who are appearing for the board classes, and the purpose is nut and shell to provide an environment that promotes confidence not only among students but also in their parents and kill their fears. So when we have completed this home visit program, the result we can say was wonderful results. It was in a flying colors. What we have got out of it, this home visit program, we have developed the bonding among teachers, students, and their parents. It develops a feeling of togetherness and teamwork, and the output we have got 100% result. So when we start to think of solution for a problem in an empathetic manner, and we take some initiative out of the box, so we can get a remarkable results. And there is a sustainability in that particular results, as we are also feeling the flares of that bonding, that teamwork today also. Nowadays, we are not getting any sort of complaint from parent side, students side. They used to feel school is our family. So this is the example to exercise empathy. One more examples. Time permits, ma'am? Time permits me?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay, one more examples. So, as you know, nowadays children need to eat healthy food more than ever. It is a need, but the situation is very different. It's a need to encourage healthy breakfast habits, and the purpose so that our coming generation will remain fit and healthy. So what I have observed in this particular school, in which I am working at present, our kids are eating more junk food and outside food. Maybe this is the situation of all the schools. Although since 1.5 years we have not seen any face of any student, but I'm talking about 1.5 years before. How the empathy works and what we are getting after implementing it. I have also observed that many students are not taking the breakfast even not bringing the tiffin box. They are coming from the home as empty stomach. There are the mothers who provide them junk food in the tiffin box, which is very harmful for their health. Because most of our students are coming from rural area. Therefore, we think there is a need to train mothers. If we are going to impart any sort of training to the students, we used to take their lectures, we used to tell them about nutrients value, quality food, breakfast, they are not going to understand. So when we have started to think in an empathetic manner, idea came, why not we train the mother so that they can prepare such snacks which can be prepared at home within least time with full of nutrients value. And for that purpose, we have called a chef from Surat, professional chef, who has trained all the mothers. He taught all the mother parents 7 recipes which they can prepare within a minute of 3 to 5 minutes and having nutrient value. And a very positive change with harmonious relation we have observed among students. They have started to bring the breakfast, even though their interest not only in academic but also in sports increases a lot. And we have also got a very nice appreciation from parent side as well as management side also. And it also developed a bonding among all the stakeholders, which impacts a lot, not only for health, but in each and every sphere of academic and interpersonal relation among students, parents, and teachers. So these are the 2 examples I'm sharing with you. When we exercise empathy in our day-to-day routine work or in our workplace. So what we have got it, our parents make them self-reliant. Stressful atmosphere, as far as the breakfast is concerned, is converted into a healthy and happy atmosphere. So these are the 2 examples I have shared with you how the empathy works. Ma'am? Hello?
Your idea of visiting home and just calling a chef for just giving a training to mothers is superb. It was a very good idea which you have implemented, and I believe that our viewers are going to do so. They'll be having a good session. They'll be just taking proper trainings and all. And
Yes.
your visiting home was a good concept by which we can just connect, student and teacher can connect with each other in today's scenario.
Yes, ma'am. So how many minutes are there, ma'am? Please let me know. Excuse me, ma'am, I'm audible to you?
Yes, sir. So you can take 10 minutes. No issue.
Okay, all right. So one more examples I want to share with you. I was taking a round and it was class 7, but I have observed Hindi period was going on. And the chapter was a sports person, Dhanraj Pillai, hockey player. Then suddenly I interacted with the student and asked them, have you ever met with any international sport personality? They were very surprised. They told me, sir, we have only able to see them in pictures. Then again, an idea came in my mind. Why should we not provide an exposure and stimulation to them by inviting international players in the school? It's a part of not only for formal education, we can say for informal education also. So in sports week, we have invited 2 international players. One is Mr. Mishra. He was among 30 players who had selected for Olympics in hockey. and one is international player, Pooja Chaurasia. 2 days back, I think he has also conducted a workshop for you. So after meeting and greeting with them, their courage, their interest toward sports was different. Now they have started to think big, and they are having a big dream to become a sports person. So this is the way how we have to take their problems or their learning in a way so that they can able to create their interest, their dream become more big. They will also able to be confident we can also touch this level. So this is the third example which I have shared with you, and definitely these are not easy to practically implemented all these things. I also want to thanks to my management and my teachers. They have also helped me out to implement all these things.
So giving exposure to students, your idea of giving exposure to students is very good. And I hope it will be continued the same in the next upcoming session.
Yeah, but definitely, ma'am. And very simple, the empathic leader. When you are an empathic leader, as I'm working as a principal, we have to lead a team of intellectuals, highly intellectuals. So being an empathic leader, it is my responsibility to decrease the negativity, to be an effective listener. And whenever I find a point to appreciate, I have to appreciate. The way I introduce myself as a leader, if it is empathetic, so definitely it produces wonderful results. So empathy creates a healthy work environment. It also leads to team. It also converts, it also generates power. It also converts I into we. So these are the sharing from my side as far as the outcomes of empathy is concerned.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful experience having you here on this platform. And I'm sure that our viewers must be enriched by your views on the topic. Thank you for your valuable time you have given to us. It was indeed a pleasure interacting with you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I want to give my full stop my speech with this following line. Empathy.
No.
It's over, madam?
No, sir. You can continue.
Empathy is to imagine what it must be like for me to walk the path I am given, to imagine that you see. So, at last, I want to share a video which makes us understand how does empathy impact to generate the divinity in human beings in the form of their deeds. So, ma'am, I'm going to share a video. It's a 1.5 minutes video, and that's all from my side.
Okay, sir.
ફેર ફાદુડી મારું ફળિયું જ રે
रे ना 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 ना
Thank you, ma'am. And that's all from my side.
So it was a wonderful video which you have shared with us. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for giving your valuable time to us. It was indeed a pleasure interacting with you.
Same here, same here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.